What does it smell like?
It smells like good butt.
Hi, this is Kaypee Does a Thing. I'm Kaypee, a food and travel-obsessed 30-year-old who is set out to prove that age should never hold you back from doing what makes you happy, and how past experiences can grow you, but don't have to control you. In this episode, we're at Stiles Switch in Austin, Texas, speaking with the Pitmaster on the art of barbecue. 7 of the top 50 best barbecue places in Texas, according to Texas Monthly, exist here in Austin, and one of them, you're looking at it right now, it's Stiles Switch. And while you are sleeping in your bed tonight, the Pitmaster for Stiles Switch is getting ready for tomorrow's barbecue to bring to you the best barbecue you can get here in Austin. Pitmaster Lance Kirkpatrick has been with Stiles Switch since they opened, and his love for the craft of barbecue is contagious. There is a true commitment involved in barbecue. The Pitmasters at Stiles Switch work around the clock almost every single day to make sure barbecue lovers from Austin and everywhere else get mouth-watering quality barbecue whenever they want.
We've got guys here 24 hours cooking. 4 of us, Pitmasters back here, that kind of have rotating shifts. So the only times the pits get closed down are Sunday night, and then Monday morning another guy comes back in, and then it all kind of starts up again.
So how long is your shift tonight?
I'll probably get out of here around opening time, around 11 tomorrow morning.
11 tomorrow morning. You were telling me earlier how long you've done this for. I think you said 17 years?
Yes, something like that. And it was New Year's of '01, so I wanted to go back to cooking, and I answered an ad in a newspaper out there. The guy was looking for help, and I started helping him, basically just cutting onions and splitting wood, peeling potatoes, and that sort of thing. And I didn't know anything about barbecue at that time. You know, I thought grilling was barbecuing.
Grilling was barbecuing, yeah.
But there's a difference, you know, and he taught me how to cook over about 8 years that I spent cooking next to him.
Wow.
And when I met the guy, I didn't know that he was one of the best guys in the state to learn from. But after I got to know him and respect him more, he's widely regarded in the barbecue community as one of the best in the business.
Wow, that's crazy.
I kind of happened into a great opportunity with him, and we hit it off and worked together for those 8 years. You know, a lot of guys figured a lot of this stuff out years ago.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so traditional, and you know, it's because it's simple, but it works. A lot of the work's already been done for us because they've been doing this for 100 years.
Yeah.
I heard another cool thing the other day, talking about art and the craft and the labor of it all. Said a laborer works with his hands.
Yeah.
A craftsman works with his mind in his hands. An artist works with his heart, his mind, and his hands.
I like that.
I like that too. I thought that kind of fit
yeah.
because you got to put some heart into this. You got to really want to do this. To come up here at 11 o'clock at night, you know, and work for another 10 or 12 hours to see it done, or 5 in the morning. You know, there's so much hard work that goes into this.
Outside, and not only outside, but inside here.
One of my chefs, he posted on Instagram a month or so back, and he had his thermo can open, and it said 117 on it. He's standing there holding it. He's got the briskets all running, and beef ribs going.
Oh, wow.
So it's just salt and pepper on these guys.
That's the only seasoning you use, salt and pepper?
On the brisket, on the beef rib. And it works.
Yeah.
Pepper has a floralness and a sweetness to it that a lot of people might dismiss or not recognize really because they just think it's just salt and pepper or it's just pepper. But it really is a complex spice. So, and we were lucky in Central Texas to have Post Oak because it does have those sweet flavors and everything, and it treats the barbecue so nice.
Stiles Switch is doing something right in barbecue, and it shows. They've grown, and Lance has been there to see it all the way through.
Yeah, we started with this one pit. Kaypee, it was just me, one guy in one pit in 2011.
Wow.
Me and Shane Stiles started the business. He called me. So we started with this pit right here. I knew a guy named David close up in Houston that builds these things. We went up to Houston and talked to him and commissioned this pit. And he built it for this room, for this space. And then we just started adding them on as the business grew and the demand for more food. We just started hiring more cooks and buying more pits to meet the demand. And here we are now with 5 pits. And we've got 2 more being built right now.
What?
Yeah, and I can't wait for everybody to see these pits. John, you're gonna have to come get. I'll let you come get some of the first photos because it's gonna be definitely Instagram worthy. We'll actually be selling the 2 that are in the alley right there. I feel kind of. I know. I said the same thing because the one I was showing you the briskets in, he was my savior pit, so he's like my favorite. I was cooking all 9 proteins on one pit. You should have seen it. It was crazy. And we were so busy, and that was like my second pit I got, and I was like, oh. We soon filled it up, and we were able to buy that one, the little guy. We were in such a pinch and such a hurry, we bought it sight unseen. So yeah, we've just kept building the place, and the business has kind of grown along with it. It's been kind of cool to watch, you know.
Growing up, Lance wanted to be a photographer, but seeing his passion and his excitement for barbecue, it's easy to see that this was his calling.
I never saw myself being a cook, but I saw the effect it had, KP. I saw the effect that this kind of cooking has on people, and I just fell in love with that. You know, when we get ready to serve in the afternoons, they're going to line up at the counter out front, and you get to really have an interaction with the customer. And so many other cooks or chefs, they're back in the kitchen just slinging tickets and pots and pans during service, having to cook right when it's ordered. Well, up here, you know, we get to come in overnight, you know, turn the radio on, look at the full moon, and play with fire and cook food all night, and then at service time we get to be that, just a server for our customer and really get that customer interaction. And when I saw the effect that it had on the customers, I really fell in love with that. There's a family that I've cooked for this whole 15 years I've done this that I met out in Taylor. The children couldn't even see over the counter when I first started cooking for them, and I have since cooked for both of their weddings. You know, it's cool. It's the impact that this type of food has on the customer is just, it's like no other restaurant industry has that type of impact that I've seen.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
It feeds your soul knowing that somebody else has worked so hard on that food that you're about to eat.
Well, that's a good way to say it, and I hope that's all true.
It's going to be amazing and delicious, and I can't wait to put it in my mouth. It's not all barbecue business in the pit. Laughing and joking about meat and sausage is a favorite pastime, one that yours truly took full advantage of.
The integers on the little graph are like months of which you've worked here, and the other one is your maturity level. And so we've all started, of course, as adults when we start working here. And as the longer we work, if we're still making sausage jokes, your maturity level drops down. So, you know, we're all like 12-year-old girls.
Yeah. I wish y'all could smell how good it smells right now. Seriously, I'm putting my face around some meat, and this is the best smell of meat I've ever smelled in my life. Have you ever watched somebody put your meat in their mouth? So it's a pretty busy shift. Like, you're not really sitting around just feeling meat. You're doing a lot of stuff.
There it is again. Stuff the sausage. It's already done for me on this shift. So, got my sausage pre-stuffed.
I was about to say.
You like it?
Being a pitmaster requires a high level of knowledge, commitment, and love for what you do. It is crazy hot in the pits, and there is so much you have to stay on top of. If you mess up, there is no redo. You need to literally feel what's right. Yeah, you can kind of see, like, when you touch this one, it was a little bit tighter.
You can, yeah, it's tighter. It's kind of like a melon or something. And then this guy right here, this one's a little softer. He's about a medium in there. So it just takes looking to see where in the pit that's happening. Like if it's getting, we know that like right up in here, they're getting a little bit softer than maybe down here because this pit kind of has a pull. The heat's coming from a firebox down here and coming to a chimney up here. So it kind of gets the tops of these and it'll kind of hit the bottoms of these. So there's a little rotating that's involved there at certain points of the cook. These look happy. We'll just kind of close those down and let those do what they're doing.
Happy meats.
Happy meat.
Happy meat.
That's the new hashtag.
Subscribe and turn on notifications to join me next Thursday as I try some of what Lance was cooking up. Spoiler alert, it's delicious.